What's up, everybody? This is Ben and Zach. Welcome to the District Spotlight, your premier platform for independent music.
Yes, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for coming back. If this is your first time, it's real simple what we do here. We just want to build a platform. We have a vision to build this platform that helps the artists and the audience spotlight the independent music scene, really connect and get to know the people behind the music. This week is definitely going to be a great episode. Please like, comment, share. We want to get a little bit more of a community going. We know there's a lot of people that are watching that do enjoy it. So just get feedback. Let us know what you think, good or bad. We'd love to hear from you. And if nothing else, check out the artists, check out the guests, check out their music, support them, see what they're all about, and tune in next week as well. So this week we have a really special guest. Not just an average singer-songwriter, somebody with a lot of high energy, an uplifting spirit, great performer, and definitely has overcome personal struggles herself. Great example of somebody with strength, confidence, and just an independent definition of an independent artist as well. So this week, Addie Kosten.
Yeah.
Give it up to everybody. Thank you.
Hey, Addie.
Hey.
Yes.
Wow, that was
Great intro.
Yeah, so today is definitely a little bit more, not just music, but, I feel like it's going to be more than music.
Like,
I mean,
a little bit spiritual.
Just spiritual.
Yeah.
You're an environmentalist, I guess,
am.
or...
Oh, I was hoping you guys were going to bring that up.
Yeah?
Yes. Very passionate about it.
Why? What made you do that?
Because we need to be. I've always kind of had an affinity for it. Like, trees are my favorite thing on this planet. Like, I think there's so much amazing, like, I don't know, what everybody else believes is great, but what I believe is that, like, there's so much higher power in nature and, like, transcendentalism kind of stuff. And yeah, I've just always been really drawn to it. And then kind of seeing the facts and what is happening now in the climate crisis.
like the climate change.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, if we're like connected with nature, and then you're in music too, so it's all like music vibrations.
Exactly.
Energy. I feel like you're definitely a great example of.
Yeah, thank you.
I guess I don't know if you've ever heard of like star children or anything. You ever heard of that? Just like different humans who are on this earth now to change it for the better.
Wow.
So you should definitely look up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Star children or indigo.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, I saw at your show that what really stuck out to me is at the merch table, actually. We were checking out your pins and stuff, and you had patches, and then you went into like how you wanted to save paper, save production. I don't know exactly how you went into it.
Yeah. So I'm like trying to be as waste free as possible.
Yeah.
So like I think like creating new T-shirts like is kind of pointless. Like there's so many. Like I love thrifting. Pretty much everything I'm wearing right now is thrifted.
I do like that jacket.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so like I'm trying to thrift my merch essentially, and then I'm gonna put like the patches on them, or like if that creeps somebody out, I know not everyone's into thrifting, then they can just have a patch and then put it on their own clothing. I don't do like posters or anything because I'm trying to save the trees.
No, that's a really good idea, man. That's a really unique thing. Like for real, that's a really unique thing.
Thanks.
I like that. I think people could get into it. Would you patch it yourself? You said, would you patch like your own clothes that you've thrifted, or do people come to you with thrifted clothes?
So I'm gonna try to do both. I've had people give me their own clothes that they've wanted like inked logos on, and I'll do that. Or I've got like a boxes full of stuff that I've thrifted of like all different kinds of style stuff that I will one day have the time to be putting the patches on and like my logo on it. Yeah,
that's pretty dope.
Yeah,
you did kill that show, by the way.
Thank
like
you.
for real.
Thank you.
I was really impressed. I'm not gonna lie.
I was not.
I really
expecting
enjoyed
it.
it. Like I really did. And we listened to some songs before for sure, but like your energy live and your producer is really great. What was his name?
McKay Alexander.
He did a crazy good job. Your voice is incredible.
Thank you.
I was like actually blown away. I'm not gonna even lie.
Yeah, every beat was fire.
Yeah, I did say that every single time song came. I was like, this beat is fire.
Appreciate it.
Because it was fire.
Thank
It was
you.
good. Yeah, no
Thanks.
problem. No problem. So what? How long have you been doing like live shows? Has this been a consistent thing for you?
No. So about probably 6 years now. I did an EP. It was more acoustic, and I finished the project. And I did I think maybe 2 shows, and then I just wasn't feeling like it represented what I wanted, and I got
How long ago was this? I'm sorry.
like 6 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. And so and like then I started doubting myself, and I was like, I can't do this. This isn't like a career. Like I should go into like computers or something, which is exactly what I did. I went to graphic design in Chicago, and then I was just like, no, Addie, like you can do this. Like just do it. So yeah, here I am.
So you spent those like later. 6 years just kind of like finding yourself.
Yeah.
Well, when was like the point where you knew like, all right, this is the music that is me and that I'm going to make? You know what I'm saying? Like when was like, you just knew? Yeah.
So I think about 4 years ago, I realized I was like, okay, I'm not happy making this like acoustic stuff. I was like, okay, I need to sit down and think about the music that I love. And like the most amazing show experience I've ever had was watching a 21 Pilots show, because of the high energy and like the message that they have and just the overall like vibe of it. You know, it's just like you want to be a part of it. And I was like, I want to make music like that. Dope. So I'm not in no way comparing myself to 21 Pilots. Like they're amazing.
I mean, yeah, but they're an inspiration for you.
But yeah, they are an inspiration, and that's the music that I decided I wanted to start making. And so I started trying to dive more into the electronic music. I went to school for music and did, the more the technology degree at UIndy, and tried to learn it as much as I could. And now I'm using it.
What's your favorite 21 Pilots song? You have like a favorite off the top of your head?
Trees.
Yeah. Yes. I watched an interview with them. They say they do that song last every single show. Yeah, which is pretty cool.
So good.
They said that it just like brings them, it revives them. And you do like trees.
I do like trees.
Like trees.
Yeah, and I actually did a cover of it once, and he was like, "You're Addie Kosten, right?" After a show, I was like,
"Really?
They know who you are?"
Yeah. Well, he knew. I did a cover of it, and he's like, "Yeah, it's probably weird that I know that, but you have a really great voice." And I was just like, "Oh,
dude." By the way, I saw your cover for "Lose Yourself."
Oh, yeah.
That was insane.
Yeah, I was like,
holy shit,
she's
bro.
a rapper. I was like, what the heck?
No,
did you slow that down?
No.
You didn't? Wow, that was crazy, dude.
Thanks.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Fun.
Did you actually have all those lyrics like memorized?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like a party trick for a while. Like that was always my karaoke song.
And nobody like was reading any music. The musicians behind you, they weren't reading any music. They were all playing it.
Yeah, they're all UIndy fellow musicians. So yeah.
That's dope. So did you start doing a lot of covers back then, and then kind of got into making your own music, or?
Yeah, that's how I learned piano. I don't know how to play piano really. Like I can't sit and read sheet music. So I just started like learning chords and covering songs, and that's kind of how I got more comfortable with it. And I started making my own songs, starting with piano. I would always songwrite, but I would never, I never knew how to play the piano enough. Yeah, composed it. So that's kind of how that happened.
Yeah, I mean, I tried piano too. I can definitely read a little bit of music, but like, I don't know. I feel like following a YouTube tutorial, following a song that you're really passionate about, is kind of almost more enticing. You're playing something that is good, that you already enjoy. So
yeah, I
know like Post Malone, he started playing music just because of Guitar Hero, just because like he loved like hearing and actually being part of good music. So he started making his own music, and now he's one of the biggest in the world. So
yeah, that's awesome.
It's kind of cool.
So Headspace.
Yes.
I love it.
Thank you.
I'm a big fan.
Thanks.
But came out October 4th, right? So it's been a little bit. How's the feedback going on that? You gaining traction and more fans every day? Or?
Yeah, pretty well. And I honestly was very scared about a few songs. Like I didn't think that people would get them.
Which ones?
Undelivered was the one I was the most nervous about.
Okay.
It's the one most like about mental health and like struggling, and it's like the low song.
Is that you gave like a nice little speech at Square Cat about a song? Do you remember?
That's probably that one.
Okay.
It's like 1, 2, 3. I think something over me like voices in my head. That one.
Yeah.
That one I didn't think anyone would like because like even the structure of it is weird. But it's a lot of people's favorite, so that was kind of cool. That was a nice validation. Like the thing that I liked to be weird with, or the song I wanted to be weird with, is coming across for people. So for my next album, that's gonna, I feel like, inspire a lot more weirdness.
Yeah, and Hold On, I like the message on that one too. When I was watching your stories, it was like when you were going through the whole process, like all the struggles that you go with that people don't get to see. They're just like, you just release music, but you actually like open up on Instagram now, and you're like, I mean, you're open as can be. And you said Hold On is about, like it's for you, to like keep you going. Exactly. So yeah.
Exactly. And I do, and you as in me, I wouldn't say so much. Like it was about me trying to hold on to like the belief that I could do music,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it was an important message to get to other people. Like when I write a song, I obviously write it about my experience, but I write it so that somebody else could take something from it. Like I'm always thinking about the other person or the person listening.
Yeah.
When I write, it's not necessarily, I know a lot of songwriters are like, oh, it's about how I feel, and which is great because we all need that outlet. But I really write for other people.
So did you use that when you were, younger or growing up and listening to a lot of music? Did you kind of relate with people that were writing like you're writing now? You know what I mean? Do you feel like you want to give back because people have been able to relate to you in that way?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
That's nice. So your Headspace album, totally like going into it, what was your thought process of like, was it just, I'm going to do my own thing and this is how it's going to be? These are all my feelings? Or is it just like, your first attempt at coming back and taking a break off and seeing what you could make?
Yeah. So it's based on that break and finding myself and like that whole, and these songs I wrote on that way, or like through that journey, and losing the point that I wanted to make, but repeat the question.
So like going into Headspace, when you were writing it and when you were creating it, what was the story behind it? Like, what was your complete thought process?
Yeah. So, I mean,
I really made a long question, but that's all.
No. It's fine. I always have so much happening in my head that I never know which idea I want to pull down and actually speak. So, but yeah, it was about like my journey of actually believing in myself. And I was like, there's so many people who are probably struggling with that same thing, or like, have that internal monologue of, which is like what Thin Hippo is, we were talking about earlier, of that voice saying that you can't do something or that you shouldn't do something, like that overwhelming doubt in your head. And it was just about like being like, no, like I can do this. And so I was writing songs about it, and I wanted to choose the ones. I only have one love song on the album because I think that people are drawn to, like, love is like the biggest, most powerful force on this planet. I think.
Is that Airplanes?
Airplanes, yes.
Maybe that's my favorite one.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I wanted to include one, but like the other songs, I just wanted to be about like self-improvement and self-love and self-acceptance and, overcoming your mental struggles.
So how did you overcome that?
Yeah, it was a long process.
Yeah,
like,
it definitely doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah. And I was through completely losing myself. I, lived in another country for a few years and like I didn't recognize who I was anymore. Like I was trying to fit in with, I think, the people over there. And cause I used to be, pretty comfortable with who I was. And like, I knew, I dress weird and,
Purple hair.
Yeah. And then I moved over there and I felt like I was like trying to like morph into this box. And then like I just woke up and I was like, what am I doing? Like, I don't know who that person is.
Do you feel like social media had a big like role in like your insecurities and stuff,
Actually, I feel like it had a role in getting me out of them.
Really?
Yeah. Cause I like to follow inspiring women, or, accounts, not only just women, but, they're mostly women. Like body positivity is huge for me.
Yeah.
Like Jamila Jamil, love her. Like just like people who are Greta Thunberg, like girls who are active and like not quiet. Because I have a lot of opinions and I'm never quiet about them.
Yeah, I'm like, literally, I'm like, when you started talking about the Thin Hippo, and then I'm like friends with you on Facebook and stuff, and I was telling Zach, I was like, she's literally got like a no fucks giving attitude now. I would have never guessed that you were like, insecure about anything or afraid to post or.
It's honestly beautiful, man. Like it takes a lot to, like everybody's got those demons. It takes a lot to leave them on red, like just not answer to them. And you always have those two voices. You have the one that's speaking louder, that negative one, and then you have the one that's right behind it, speaking softly, talking things that you really are capable of. That's cool. So
exactly.
You mentioned Greta.
It's Thunberg.
Did she win People Person of the Year?
Yes.
She
did. And
I'm probably butchering that name.
No, I mean I'm her biggest fan and I don't know how to pronounce it, so it's fine. But yeah, she
How old
did.
is she? Give a little bit of her story and why you're passionate about it.
Yeah, she's 16 and she started this movement. She was actually like involved. She started. okay, I'm sorry. I geek out really hard about her, so there's so much I want to say. So she is on the autism spectrum, and so she got into this club where they were trying to empower like the younger students to do something about climate change. And she got like so passionate about it. And like she kind of like fixated on it. She's like, this is a huge problem. Like, why is nobody doing anything about this? This is our future that we're talking about. And so she organized this school strike, and nobody else did it with her. So it was just her outside on a Friday, I think, with her sign that says, school strike for climate. And it was just her in the beginning, and then people started catching on, and now she's got this huge movement of people literally all over the world striking on Fridays for Future. And to raise awareness of how dire the situation is, because people aren't listening, because everything is just like, everything seems fine, but if you look at all of the drastic like the disasters that are happening all over the world, like the fires in
everyone's
Australia.
sleeping.
Yeah,
it's like everyone's just asleep. It's like, I don't know how it doesn't bother people.
Right.
It's like all these fires, hurricanes. It's like this shit's not normal.
Yeah,
like wake up.
Exactly.
Like,
and I think maybe it's because we're so desensitized to it. Like we're seeing it all, and we can't process what's happening.
Been there,
yeah. So I don't think people are taking it as serious as it needs to.
So
and
what's it gonna take to like wake these people up?
I don't know. And I think she's doing it, which is why I love her so much. And she doesn't understand why people are so drawn to her. And I don't even know if I get it. But I think it's just because she's so like, she won't stop until like,
there's an attraction when people have the confidence and actually they walk into a room and you can feel their energy,
right.
The truth that what they're doing, and how they feel about it. That's an attractive thing. That's why you can take one boss and absolutely fall in love with them, even if that's not who you meant to fall in love with, or the job that you liked, and take another boss and hate this boss. You know what I mean? Like it's just how these people act and how they treat you, how they treat their passion, what they're doing.
Yep.
It's an attractive, sexy thing, honestly, to people. So I get that for sure.
Yep.
It's like 21 Pilots, like going back to what you said, like
right.
10 people in a room, and then hundreds, and then selling out to small shows. It's just there's just two dudes that have that attraction.
Exactly.
And it's natural, it's pure, it's good energy.
Like keeping that same amount of passion.
17, you said 16, 17?
Yeah.
I think it's crazy, man, because she has, I mean, I'm young, but she has really not seen the early development back when, that people were talking crap about climate change and it wasn't real. And,
for sure.
Now it's like, oh crap, fires are going off everywhere.
Yeah, people don't realize we're running out of there's places in the out west who the water reserves.
Water. Droughts everywhere.
It's we just have running water in our faucets here. It's okay.
It's not our problem.
We got Netflix.
The food industry has become a huge issue as well. The carbon footprint on the food industry. I don't know. It's crazy. It's definitely something that's really cool that you're passionate about. You were wearing a climate change shirt.
I was. That's the thing. I decided, because I feel very selfish doing music. I feel like because I want to be focusing on climate change, because I think it's so important, because it's like, what's this music going to mean if we don't have...
You have a voice,
Thank you. Exactly. That's what I'm wanting to use what little platform I have right now, or whatever platform I might have in the future, to use that, not only to, I guess, spread the word on climate change, but to inspire people to believe in themselves. So those are the two things that I'm most passionate about.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What else do you do on a normal, a daily basis to, that impact stuff like that, to help out the environment? I mean, is there any weird things? Is there any weird things you do that a normal person doesn't do on a daily basis?
Yeah. So I'm mostly plant-based.
Okay.
Sometimes I slip up, if there's free food and it has cheese in it, I eat it because it's already there. It's not the best thing.
How dare you?
I know. Being community would not like that. But so I do that. I live next to the Red Line now. Shout out to that amazing
Indigo.
Yes.
What's up?
Indigo. What's up? Yes.
Yeah.
The electric bus is fire, by the way.
Awesome. So cool. I've started to fly less. I took a bus to Chicago for the first time.
So that kind of just ruined your airplane song for me.
I know. Trying to promote climate awareness, and then I have a song about airplanes. Which is huge CO2 emitter, but it's fine. It's fine. yeah, I'm trying to go waste free. So I'm like making all my like bulk bin kind of stuff. I'm doing that now. So I thrift a lot because the fashion industry is also a big polluter. I try to do as much as I can. Nobody's perfect. And I think that that's the issue is everyone thinks that they have to be perfect, but you don't. If you just take small steps. I also try to get everybody I know to switch to recycled toilet paper.
What is it?
Recycled toilet paper.
Oh God.
I know. That's my thing. It's on my Twitter handle. I'm like, please switch to recycled toilet paper. But you never thought we'd be talking about that
Are
on
you a big
this
like
show.
hemp fan? Do you think hemp could be like a big
I think
like
it
game
could be.
changer in the
yeah, or
climate change?
bamboo, even just like anything other than trees that are literally keeping us alive.
Yeah.
And we're just chopping them down like they're
There's some evil people out there, and it
Yeah.
like it
just
makes me
money-powered.
like I have to like calm myself down because it's like I get mad about it, and then I'm like,
I know.
all right, I just got to chill out a
I
little
know,
bit.
because you're only one person and you
Yeah.
feel like you can't do anything. But that is also why I love Greta, because she was one person,
Yeah.
and now look at her, changing the world. She's
Yes.
she's a star child.
So what like derived all this passion about climate change? Was it just being conscious at a young age, or did you have?
I don't know. I think, yeah, like it was just my love for trees, and like I had a mother who wasn't, I guess, ignorant about it. So she would always give me like these a little tote bag, one of my favorite gifts ever, which I still have. I have all my gear in it. It says, it's this little penguin. It says, "Please save my pole." And I think that was probably the first time I was like, oh, okay, I will, little penguin.
Pulling your heartstrings.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Mm-hmm.
So your parents a big influence too in your music career?
Yeah. So my dad's side of the family, they're pretty much all musically inclined. So I was around music from a very young age, and then my mom has like the best music taste ever. Like I grew up on like REM and like alternative. Yeah. So she listens to way cooler music than I do now, even like alt radio and stuff. She's all about it. She'll send me stuff. I'm like, okay, Mom, you're cooler than me. Like,
Does she jam out to your stuff?
oh yeah, she loves my stuff.
That's
she is
awesome.
absolutely my biggest fan.
Like,
Like,
she gonna watch this? Shout out, Mom.
she is gonna watch this.
Yes.
Love you,
Shout
Mom.
out.
You're the best.
Hell yeah. That's cool.
Well, your
Yeah.
sound is evolving every day. I mean, are you
Yeah.
are you keeping that going with the electronic and all that stuff? Have you already started writing new stuff?
Yeah, I like electronic because I don't consider myself. I consider myself a songwriter and a performer. I don't consider myself a musician per se, because
Interesting.
I know, and everybody is like, "No, you are." And I'm like, "No, I can't sit down at a piano and like jam with a band." For me, that is what a musician is. Like musicianship
Yeah.
is just like being able to like chords and stuff or whatever.
But you're making beats and stuff,
But
though.
I am, but only because it's what sounds good. Like if it, that's how I kind of make my music. If it like pulls at my chest is what I call it. Like a song isn't done for me until it pulls at my chest. I know that it sounds weird, but
No, I felt
Yeah.
it at the Square Cat show. Like literally just
Thank
how
you.
your voice and then the
Yeah.
beats and everything. It was just like a perfect combination of like,
Thank you.
Like I love the show. It was great.
Yeah, you're
Thank
a good
you.
performer, and I get
Thank
that
you.
though. I mean, being a musician is, I see what you're saying, and
Yeah.
there's a difference, I guess, in being the artist that you are, and being a composer and shit. And there's nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
Like that is an art in its own self. That is
yeah.
that's been for decades. People have been songwriters, ghostwriters. People have been singers. That's in all their own ways. And like if what you're about is just building a platform, then you gotta I think you're getting into the groove from
Yeah.
what I see. And
you
you
have
something that you're good at, and just keep building it, keep working on it.
Yeah.
Like I think it's great. I think you're killing it.
For sure.
And I'm sad I haven't seen you earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was only my 4th show that you saw. So
Really?
What?
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You did good.
And you
Thank
have you got like a little circle going on, like a inner circle with some other female artists and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who-
So I feel like it's really important because there aren't many that I know of in the city. But they're, and I think they're here. It's just they're not really talked about as much as our male
And we're
counterparts.
gonna try to get them all on too.
I was
Awesome.
talking about this the other day to somebody. I was like, there's one thing and the music business is saturated, as people say. It's always been saturated.
Yeah.
Now there's social media. Now everybody can just put out what they want,
For sure.
how they want. People are doing it in a lot of wrong ways. People are doing it in a lot of obscure, annoying ways that
Yeah.
give people bad names and stuff. I think having platforms like this and having shows, getting more people involved in the music business,
Yeah.
in like middle ways and bridges, I think is a great way to like spread it, because that's
Right.
also coming from another platform, not just the artists themselves. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why I just went on that long ramble, but I'm just passionate about, giving those people
Exactly.
a place to spotlight and get their
For
music
sure.
out and actually hear about them.
Yeah, like Woo Girl Fest that happened last year for the first time. I don't know if you guys know about it, but it was an all-female fronted festival, and the turnout was amazing, and like the artists that were involved were amazing. It was so cool, and like I learned so many more women X-led artists through that. So just having that, even indie's awesome. I love indie.
Me too.
Yes.
We're getting there.
Yes.
Yeah, we are
Thank
getting
you.
there.
Yeah.
Thank you for reaching out. You
Yeah.
know, like I was telling Zach the story, like I think it was a month ago, like exactly almost after our show we filmed, you messaged me on Instagram, you're like, still no ladies, and I was like God, she's badass. I was like, I'm working on it. Quit making me feel bad.
See, I'm glad that you admire that, because a lot of people find my very open opinions to be problematic.
Hey, I got on it as quick as I could.
I know.
didn't
I appreciate it.
respect
Am I the first? Am I the first?
You are
lady?
the
Yes.
first female, yes. And we
Yes,
have another
very
one this
important
season, actually.
test.
Even
Awesome.
you've started a movement, so they can
Good.
thank you for this.
I'm so glad.
But so we're wrapping this up.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Do you have anything? Your album, where do people can
my
find
album
you?
is on everywhere. Follow me on Instagram.
Headspace.
Yeah.
What's your
Headspace.
Instagram?
Addie Kosten.
Yes.
Kosten.
Cool.
Awesome.
Okay.
Addie with an IE.
Follow her
Right on.
on Spotify, stream her music,
Yes,
share
please.
it.
Yep.
Yes.
All
Like,
those numbers are.
Comment,
Yeah.
subscribe.
Her shows, she's probably going to have some shows coming up by the time we release this, so
I am.
definitely go and check her out live.
Yeah.
You
Right
won't
on.
regret
It'll be
it.
it'll be a
Alright.
fun show.
Cool, guys. Thank you so much. Seriously.
Thank you
Thanks,
for
Addie.
having
You're
me.
awesome.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I feel like we could talk for a long.
I know.
But
Alright.
all right, this is your premier platform for independent music. This is Addie Kosten. Thank you all so much. See you next week. Peace out.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.